Leave it like this. That's good. Okay, I'm with Grandma Mary, my great aunt,
Yeah.
and we're here at Short Point.
Yep.
Short Point. Short Point, and I just wanted to do a quick interview or talk, I guess. Because we don't know when our last breath is, and
That's right.
just to at least have something to remember you by,
Yeah.
just in case the Lord calls you soon or today or whenever. Hopefully we have
Yeah.
20 more years together, but
Yeah.
if not, we'll see each other again.
I don't care when.
Yeah,
Just so it's real.
that's right. So, I guess what I wanted to ask you, is, obviously, your faith has been very strong
Yes,
over
very.
over the years, and like unshakable, unbreakable, I would call
had
it.
very saintly parents.
And
mother and dad.
yeah. So is that kind of where it started for you,
Yeah,
like
yes.
in terms
It
of,
started for me.
was that your parents were very
Very
spiritual?
saintly, yeah,
So
because
that's kind of what led you.
We weren't attached to a lot of this stuff like the people here, with all
Yeah.
those stuffed animals and stuff.
Yeah,
We
yeah.
never had that.
Yeah.
Never. No.
So very simply.
Yeah. Just simple life.
And then you are a Franciscan sister,
I'm a Franciscan.
and what are the core?
The secular Franciscan is they believe in the poor, they help the poor.
Okay.
And that is the thing. And a follower of Jesus.
And you were talking about that if they ever have two of anything, that they give one away.
Yes. If we have too many things, if you've got 2 sets of kettles, pots or pans, you give it away.
Yeah.
No matter what they ask, you have to give it away. But I got a little statue of Holy Mother that big,
Uh-huh.
and one girl wanted it so bad, I couldn't give it away.
Yeah.
I couldn't. So then I gave it to Karen wanted it. I said, let's keep it in the family. Then,
Yeah.
Anna bought it from Portugal, my twin
Right.
sister. She was
Right.
there. So that was there.
Well, what do you tell somebody that has gone through like a really deep loss in their life, like losing their mother or father or their husband, or like, is it time to give up? Is it?
Deep faith.
Yeah.
Deep faith. And if the time is to give up, if you think that person is going deep faith, and that's it. And
Okay.
There is a better place.
Yeah. So they've gone on to a better place.
Yeah. Yes.
One of my role models in the music industry said that what's so bad about death sometimes, it's like there's so much bad here.
Yeah, that's it.
that sometimes it's why do you feel so bad for these people that have gone on to a better place? And
Yeah, the better place.
yeah. I guess I've always known you as kind of like my second grandma, because even though technically you're my great aunt,
Yes, yes.
but why don't you tell us about your famous cookies?
Chocolate chip cookies. I don't know how many I made. But
You must have made millions
But for your
in your lifetime.
graduation, I made 250. I know that. 250, and everybody took some home.
Right.
Oh, my gracious.
Jeez.
And one lady said to J.C., Elaine, she said, oh, take more than that. Take more than that. Took about 5 or 6. A lot of those things.
They're the best cookies ever.
Yeah.
Let's get the recipe though someday.
Very easy.
Famous. What else do I want to ask you? I mean, your commitment to Jesus, and to live like Him, and to live with Him, and knowing that He's a part of you, like Mother Teresa was able to, see the Jesus in everybody, and to show compassion and empathy to anybody, no matter their skin color or
It doesn't
background.
matter. Or how big or how fat, doesn't matter.
Have there ever been times in your life where you're kind of like your faith has been rocked a little bit, or like maybe people that have tried to lead you in a different direction, or
Yes.
maybe like I guess it would be Satan more or less,
Yeah, yes. Yeah,
trying to
Satan.
steer you off course.
Oh, yeah, thank you.
I mean, have you had any of significant events like that you can remember or recall?
Well, not just that, but I know that he doesn't like it when you say the word Mary. So I've been praying the rosary every single day in my life.
Yeah.
Because much can be done with that. That is
Yeah.
a very powerful tool, the rosary.
And
Powerful
they
tool.
say every rosary you say is putting like one gold petal at her foot.
Yeah.
in heaven. Yeah.
Climb the ladder a little bit each day.
Yeah.
I say it with Mother Angelica on 11 o'clock, 11:30 to 12 on the cable TV.
Right.
She's a lady, rosary lady.
When you talk about deep faith, what is deep faith to you?
Deep faith is to me that you would give your life.
To God,
Mm-hmm.
if He asked you. I've told some of my friends that, I found something in my life, like my speaking.
Yeah. The gift.
That it's something, it's a cause
Yeah.
that I'm willing to lose sleep over and to ultimately die for.
Yeah.
And I feel that until you have found that in your life,
Mm-hmm.
that you really won't find any fulfillment.
That's right.
You will look for others to bring your completion.
Mm-hmm.
You'll look for outwardly things, exercise or eating better or moving to a different country or
Yeah.
state, thinking that happiness is going to come,
Yeah.
when really it's got to be inward to outward
Yeah.
transformation. And
You got it.
I just kind of see that sometimes lacking in some of my other friends and their relations, that that they're looking more short term,
Mm-hmm.
that it's more the immediate pleasures of
Mhm.
sex and alcohol
Oh,
and
yeah.
drugs,
Oh, yeah.
and
Clothes and stuff
even like
that.
the
Mhm.
entertainment stuff, making the quick dollar,
Yeah.
when in reality
You're not making
they're
that.
not looking at the long term, which
No.
is eternal life with Christ. And like that's the one of my old coaches always said, keep the big picture burning brightly.
Mhm.
And I never really got it until a couple years ago, that he's talking about, God. And there's a time in my life that I was away from God, and
Mhm.
it was a dark time in my life,
Mhm.
and money controlled me, and I worked 4 jobs and 90-hour weeks.
You tried out.
But, it's like I had to almost hit rock bottom to be able to be saved, to know, that He died for us and shed His blood for
Oh,
us.
yes.
And what are your thoughts on death? I mean, I obviously, and I believe that, you're going straight to heaven, no questions asked, but
I just wonder,
Um,
what it'll be like when he says, "Hi, Mary, you can come over here on this step up here and this," and I'm thinking about that when he'll put his arms around me.
mm,
And when I go to bed at night, I always say, "Jesus, please keep your arm around me all night long."
yeah,
Keep your arms around me all night long.
mm,
So my thoughts will be on you, because some of the time when you're sleeping, the devil will be after you.
yeah,
He works 24 hours while you're sleeping.
now I lay me down to sleep, I pray the Lord my soul to keep. If I should die before I wake, I pray the Lord my soul to take. Yeah.
God bless my whole family.
And you think a lot of people, though, have, I think, more or less sold their souls to worldly things.
Oh, yes.
And that the true treasures are not of this world. When he was talking about his temple, that he was talking about his body,
This temple.
and that so many of us destroy. And I know I have in the past,
Mhm.
which I'm not proud of. But again, it's like I'm at the point now that, not drinking more so because of my health
Yeah.
reasons, but
Yeah,
that
you know
I'm
that.
I'm not doing it because I want to reach this full potential that God has
Yep,
in store for
yep.
me, and that things like alcohol and drugs and whatever else, are kind of
Yeah.
killing brain cells, killing a part of me that may not be able to create as much as I want to, or
Mhm.
speak the way I want to, and it's like I don't want any interference basically
That's
between
right.
my mission, my calling,
Yeah.
and praising Him and giving glory to Him. And that's
Yep.
and the way I do it is not through awards and how many in quantity, but the quality of the relationships that we form on earth
Mhm.
and the people in our lives, to have a positive impact anywhere you go, and just bring Jesus and radiate
Yep.
His love everywhere.
Everywhere is try to see Jesus in everyone. Doesn't matter who. See Jesus in everyone.
Yeah.